Nyeri County, and it has a house where people meet and discuss things. So why are people running away from Wamunyoro in Parliament? This is a small group who behaves like a militia in Kenya that only talk to themselves and people who don't understand anything in Kenya, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, this is a militia group. Yeah. But Mr. Speaker, Chair, I want to say this on that amendment. That Chair, and I said I'm agreeing with them because KRA can issue agencies, Chair, frivolously.
So on this Wamunyoro issue, yes. Take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable Junet.
Chair.
Because this has to be clear. Take your seat. The honorable members who contributed, who are claiming to have been called wrongfully. Order. Order. The honorable, order. The honorable Wakili Muriu and the honorable Wandeto. Someone claims you belong to Wamunyoro. Do you or do you not?
Mr. Chairman, I'm in Parliament by the virtue of being a member of Parliament.
Give the mic.
For Gatanga constituency.
Order.
And my full
name.
Give
the mic. Order. Order. The honorable. On this matter. On this order. On this matter. Order. The members who are contributed on this matter on this side, who would claim not to be or to be, are the Honorable Wandeto and the Honorable Wakili Muriu. So it is for them to respond to this matter. Please go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, two wrongs do not make it right. Yes. And Mr. Speaker, the fact is very simple. Unless now we deny our names, we say there is a Kasongo function and a Wamunyoro function, then we will be equal. I want to say our Wamunyoro and the Kasongo function.
Okay. The Honorable Wandeto.
Mr. Speaker, Wamunyoro is a village somewhere in Tetu. So unless Junet substantiates what he means by Wamunyoro group, if he means people who associate with the former deputy president, yes, we proudly do associate with him, if that is his meaning. But otherwise, okay, Wamunyoro is a village in Nyeri.
Don't rebel. Don't rebel Kibagendi. Go ahead. Use this one. Use the next one. Okay. Yeah, that one is working. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Honorable Chair, the regular vexatious points of order are not in any way adding value to the discourse we have. We need to make progress, and we need to ask the Linda Ruto group to stop constantly.
Now, listen to yourself. Don't rebel Kibagendi. The Honorable Junet, proceed on the business we had on the floor.
Chair, it is a matter of fact. It is a matter of fact, Chair, with your permission, that now we have Wamunyoro group and Wamitego group. There is also Wamitego group. They are also smaller in number. They are very few. Wamitego group. Wamitego are not in Parliament. They are found outside Parliament. And Wamunyoro is found inside Parliament, but they are few. It's a militia group that we want to deal with. But having said that, Chair, I want to disagree with my member, Honorable Kaluma. Chair, KRA can sometimes issue notices of agency without any proper audit, in a frivolous manner. Chair, if we don't allow Kenyans to appeal against that, then Kenyans will suffer. Chair,
thank you.
There are many business people who have suffered in that manner. Even the Constitution says you are innocent until proven guilty. Even the Constitution.
I now put the question.
This is the only thing I agree with the Wamunyoro group. And there are only 5 of them in Parliament.
Members, I now put the question that clause 45 be amended as proposed by the chair of Finance Committee. As member of opinion say aye. As member of opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now, this was a deletion, and therefore clause 45 is effectively deleted. Go ahead.
Clause 46.
Members, I propose the question that clause 46 be part of the bill. There being no amendment there, I put the question that clause 46 be part of the bill. As many other opinion say aye. As many other opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 47.
I propose the question that clause 47 be part of the bill. The Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 47 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, our committee is deleting this particular clause, Honorable Speaker. And the importance, Honorable Speaker, is this particular clause was seeking to stop manufacturers to be able to claim the overpaid input tax, Honorable Speaker. After public participation and listening to Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Honorable Speaker, we agreed that this proposal would be bad, Honorable Speaker, for manufacturers, and therefore we're supporting its deletion.
All members, I propose the question that clause 47 be deleted as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 47 be deleted. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 48.
Members, I propose the question that clause 48 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
So, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 48 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this is where we have issues of pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker. We agree that we need to leverage on technology, Honorable Speaker, in doing our returns, Honorable Speaker. However, we are also putting an obligation to the authority that they will have to give a taxpayer a chance to amend the pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker, and therefore, if your populated returns shows that this is your liability, you will be given a chance to amend, Honorable Speaker, and to prove, so that we do not have KRA now coming for everyone and giving fictitious, Honorable Speaker, assessment that the taxpayer is not able to amend, Honorable Speaker. We are also putting a requirement that you have, even when you do not need to amend, we are requiring the taxpayer to be the one to accept those particular pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker.
So basically, it's to ensure that if you're using technology and there's an error, you're able to correct the error. Well, members, I propose the question that clause 48 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of the Finance Committee. The Honorable Member for Nandi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. From the onset, allow me to appreciate the committee and the people who took part in the public participation for this particular amendment. Honorable Speaker, we must honestly leverage on the issue of technology, and most importantly, Honorable Chair, we have had people who have had penalties from KRA because they did not know what to put. So the introduction of the pre-populated return has been a lifesaver, and we appreciate that it is actually given to the person who's supposed to file the returns so that they can be able to see what fits into their business and even ask for an amendment or an addition or subtraction of the same. So I do support this particular amendment, Honorable Chair.
Members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 48 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? As many of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 48 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 49.
Members, I propose the question that clause 49 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 49 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this is where the proposal on the bill was to delete the exclusion of public holidays and weekends on the days that are calculated by Kenya Revenue Authority. Honorable Chairperson, witnesses of taxpayers that appeared before us were telling us, for example, on a Friday, sometimes the system is down, and therefore you're not able to do your filing or your amendments until on Monday. And therefore, therefore it's important that we exclude these particular weekends, Honorable Speaker, and public holidays, so that it's also fair to the taxpayer, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question that clause 49 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Members, I put the question that clause 49 be amended as proposed by the Chair. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that the clause 49 is a deletion, so we don't have to include in the bill. Next clause.
Clause 50.
Members, I propose a question that clause 50 part of the bill. Honorable Chair. Clause 50.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 50 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Speaker, this particular provision, again, came from our amendments, was informed by the members of the public, where the penalty that was being recommended for failure to, where we're saying where the Commission is not satisfied by the reasons given under subsection 2, the taxpayer shall be liable to pay the higher of the following, 2 times the value of tax due. Honorable Chair, giving penalties of double the tax due, Honorable Speaker, is unfair. It's not a good proposal at all, and therefore we are recommending its amendment to now be 5% of the tax due, Honorable Chair.
I propose the question that clause 50 be amended to propose the Chair. Honorable Wundo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, and let me thank you, the committee, for being extremely reasonable. This was punitive. I have never seen such a punitive arrangement like what you are proposing here. You can fail to do these things not by intentionally, by accident, by failure of something like that. Honestly speaking, thanks for listening, but again we keep on asking. Whoever drafted this bill is not a Kenyan. He's not a Kenyan. He does not have Kenya at heart. Thank you.
The Honorable Junet, what is out of order now?
Chair, I want to remind my colleague, Honorable Oundo, it doesn't matter who drafts a bill. What matters is what we do in this house. That is what is important. And you know, he got lost of me to Mr. Bonainti. I want him to come back.
In fact,
there's some serious indoctrination there. He's a very good doctor. Chair, we need to come back.
No, the point we made, other members, the point we made, Honorable Wundo, you need to listen to this. The point we made here is that members are not allowed by our rules to impute improper motive unless they have evidence of it. So members should desist from making judgment that would impute improper motive on another member or on anything without evidence. The Honorable Murugara.
Again.
You can use the Sir George. The George. Thank you. Sir George.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. A punishment must be proportionate. Sometimes it's required that we have to look at what is reasonable and what is unreasonable. I think the proposal to double the punishment was a bit unconscionable. And now we feel we've agreed with the population of Kenya that what is reasonable is what is being proposed by the chairman, and we thank him. Number 2, for this house, remember there are various ways they bring laws here. Whether they come from the Star Chamber, which is known in history, it doesn't matter. What matters is what we do as the representatives of the people,
Thank you.
which is what we are doing now. Thank you very much. I support.
A point of order when Honorable Oundo was speaking, and he spoke very well to support the amendment that has been done. But you know, I was wondering, Honorable Oundo, when it comes to now voting, he votes the opposite. And don't you think that is gross misconduct? Because, and even Honorable Mbui, he supports the bill, but when it comes to voting, he votes the opposite way. He says nay. Now,
order. The Honorable Pukose, how did you know that the Honorable Mbui and the Honorable Oundo are voting no?
Honorable Speaker, you know there are just a handful of them. So I can see them by acclamation how they are shouting. Yeah, and I know how Mbui shouts and my friend Oundo shouts. So I know the two of them.
Oh, members, I
support the amendment.
I now put the question that the proposed order. I now put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 50 be amended as proposed by the chairman of Finance Committee. As many of that opinion say aye. As many of that opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Members, I therefore put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye. Will last person say nay? The ayes have it. I hope Oundo didn't vote nay this time round. The Honorable Ichung'wah.
Honorable Chair, on a light note, the Honorable Pukosa said that he can distinguish when Honorable Oundo and Honorable Mbui are voting because they're only a handful. But on this particular one, they were not a handful. It was only Honorable Mbui alone.
So at least on that one, he was right. Okay. Let's go ahead.
Clauses 51 and 52.
The Honorable members, I propose that clauses 51 and 52 be part of the bill. And because there have no amendments, I put the question that clauses 51 and 52 be part of the bill. As per the opinion, say aye. As per the opinion, say nay. The ayes have it.
New clause 41A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 41A be part of the bill. The Honorable Chairperson, move this for second reading.
Honorable
Clause 41A.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson, beg to move that new clause 41A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, this particular provision is a provision that is seeking to require exporters to maintain particular documents, Honorable Speaker, and maintain them for a particular period of time. What you've seen, Honorable Speaker, is some mischievous manufacturers. Instead of them being manufacturers, they become repackagers, for example. And you can remember even the case we had, I think, a year ago of edible oils, where oils were coming in this country as being called it's a refined product, but only to know to find out it's a raw material. So two problems: they get tax exemption even when they're not manufactured, Honorable Speaker, and they export jobs to other countries. So this requirement, therefore, we require them now to have these particular import documents, so that in case the Revenue Authority needs to check with them, Honorable Speaker, they can do that.
Remember, I propose the question that new clause 41A be now read a second time. The member for Kirinyaga.
Honorable Chair, thank you. I rise to vehemently oppose this provision. Honorable Chair, what the Chair of Finance is not cognizant of is that majority of Kenyan importers do informal sourcing. They consolidate, they ship via third parties. Demanding for provision of these documents will kick out small traders and small importers in the industry and ensure that it bolsters and only leaves cartels to that importation industry. Further, Clause 4 also gives the Commissioner ultra-vires arbitrary powers to ensure that they can disregard any importer's claims unless those documents are provided. They know that the people in River Road, Kirinyaga Road, Gikomba, and everywhere where small traders import will be impeded, and this will be a barrier to importing for small traders.
Thank you so much. The Majority Leader. Majority Leader, give you the chance to speak.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this amendment. And just to clarify, Honorable Speaker, this, if you look at the amendment, the way it is drafted, it is actually doing the opposite of what Mheshimiwa Honorable Njerimaina is saying. What has been hurting our small-scale traders in Nyamakema, in Kamukunji, wherever they are, those who import even the consolidators of goods, is because the situation as it pertains today, if we were not to do this amendment, you will be required as an importer of goods, whether you are importing 2 cartons or a container load, to have a certificate of origin from every manufacturer of what you bring in, even for consolidators. And what the chair and the committee has done, having listened to all our small-scale traders, is to cure that problem, and that is what now the amendment seeks to clarify. And therefore I want to say, if we truly value the people who suffer because they are not importing from in bulk, and they are not importing from...
Leader, I would like to listen to a point of order, please. Let's listen to a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, the majority leader is misleading the House. I can confirm because I have been a small-time importer. There is no point where someone who is importing 2 cartons or 3 cartons needs a COO. Inform yourself. Do not mislead the Kenyan people or members of parliament.
Order. So before you come in, the Honorable Majority Leader, so the Honorable Member for Kirinyaga, what do they provide now? When they import into the country, what this document do they provide now?
If you consolidate goods, you do not require a COO. You pay VAT, you pay customs, and your goods are released to you.
What do they use? Order. What do they use? What do they use to know that?
An invoice.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
No. The majority leader was on his feet, so it is his chance yet. No, you're going to come in. Okay, do you want to be informed by the chair?
The chair can inform me.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, Honorable Chairperson, that is why it is very important to take your time to read. And I mean to read. Section 44A of the Tax Procedures Act currently states as follows, and this is the law. This section applies to all goods imported into Kenya. No person shall import any goods into Kenya without presenting a valid certificate of origin to the commissioner or an authorized officer. That is the law. So if the honorable member has been importing without a certificate of origin,
she says with an invoice.
She has been a smuggler.
With an invoice. Okay, Honorable Ichung'wah, please proceed to wind up your...
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker,
order.
If you can
allow members to also contribute. The Honorable Order, the member for Kirinyaga, you have debated well. You've raised a point of order. I've given you a chance. Let Honorable Majority also have their chance, please. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, you know earlier, Honorable Chair, the Speaker, when the substantive Speaker was here, he said, he quoted Shakespeare. Was it Shakespeare? Yes. And said, the law is an ass. The Honorable Njeri Maina is a lawyer. The Chair of Finance is an FCPA. But in CPA, when we are going through our CPA studies, we also study a bit of commercial law. Thank you, Chair, for informing me and educating those of us who are not lawyers, and even including the lawyers who may not have read the law on the provisions of the law, because that is a fact as it is. Honorable Chair, number 2, before the Honorable Njeri Maina was born, I was trading in Nyamakema, Pilot Corner on Duruma Road, as a small-scale importer. So I am speaking from experience, and what the chair has said is indeed true. And this amendment is now making it easier for our small-scale importers, leave alone the big importers who can get from manufacturers easily certificates of origin. The small-scale Nyamakema importers, these are the people we are helping. And this amendment came from public participation when the chair and the committee, because I observed the public participation. Why would you want to deny those small-scale traders in Nyamakema? The leader of minority wants to inform me, Honorable Chair, I can oblige to that information.
The minority leader.
Chair, I want to inform the majority leader that one of the problems that we faced in the last election, and people, we could not get any votes in your area where you do butchery work, is because the former regime introduced and told small-scale traders and consolidators to bring certificate of origin. This government is addressing that. They want people to bring their goods, the small group, without any hiccups, without any problems. Instead of this Wamitego and Omonyoro group appreciating that,
what the Honorable Junet says is indeed true.
Which one? That you are a butcherman or what?
Yes, all of them.
Okay.
When I left Nyamakema, I also ran a butchery in Kikuyu Town, and I am still a meat trader to date.
Okay.
And I am very proud of that, because even my late father was a meat trader all his life. Honorable Chair, I wanted to agree with the Honorable Junet. Indeed, last month, a relatively middle-aged man, because he wasn't young, so in his early 50s, about 45 years old, from Wemuto here, died and lost his life. following an episode that he went through under the last regime, when he imported goods worth, I think, about 25 million shillings. And those goods were touched one afternoon by Fred Matiang'i, then as Cabinet Secretary for Interior. That man suffered, slipped into depression, got a lot of other complications, health complications, and we buried him last week in Kabete. This amendment is coming to address those unfortunate small traders who suffered under the last regime. Traders who, these people who are calling themselves group, don't want to
take your seat.
Speak for, you want to finish them. You want to kill other Kenyans. We cannot allow you to kill other Kenyans. The way they were killed by Matiang'i, we will not allow you.
Honorable Gisairo, what's out of order? Now give it Honorable Gisairo. Honorable Gisairo, what's out of order? Order. Use the mic next. The mic next is working.
Honorable Chair, we are here to debate and, of course, to also learn. But to learn on truthful and objective, reasoning. Honorable Chair, is it right to say that Honorable Matiang'i burnt somebody's goods? That is unfactual. As a person, is there such an evidence that implicates Matiang'i in the person? Honorable Chair, you see, we can sit here listening to the butcherman, but he cannot go to that extent of naming persons directly. That is wrong. Point taken. Ruto is killing people.
The Honorable Kibagendi, what is out of order? Is it the same thing, the Honorable Gisairo? It's on a part of order already.
Honorable Chair, it's inappropriate for the majority leader to imply that His Excellency Fred Matiang'i, the incoming president, actually decided to ban someone's goods. Yet we know we are a few days away from.
He's on a point of order. He's on a point of order, so you have to wait for him to finish.
We are a few days away from commemorating the death of very many young people slaughtered by this regime.
The Honorable Kibagendi, did I order? I need to get this clear. Order. I need to get this clear from you. Did the Honorable Ichung'wah say that the Honorable Matiang'i killed someone? Now, the Honorable Ichung'wah, did you say those words? No, I've asked Honorable Ichung'wah, not you.
I was going to call you Honorable Ichung'wah.
Go ahead. Did you use those words?
What I said, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, I said a man from Kabete Mwemuto died out of depression. What I said Honorable Matiang'i did as Cabinet Secretary was touching the goods worth 25 million shillings. Why were they touched, Honorable Speaker? Let me even make my point so that I finish this debate. This is very personal to me, because these are people I traded with in Nyamakema. They are people I know in person. I know their families. I saw the suffering that person went through. He used to live in Kitisuru. He moved to a one-bedroom house in Memuto. Honorable Speaker, why was I saying it? Because the Honorable Njeri Minor purported to be speaking for these Nyamakema traders. Why are you required to provide a certificate of origin so that you certify that the goods you are bringing into Kenya are not counterfeit goods? Why was that gentleman's goods touched on the 23rd of January 2018? Because they were said to be counterfeit and no verification had been done. These are the painful episodes I'm talking about when Junet said that they could not get votes. It is so painful, Honorable Speaker, and I'm at pains. I would rather not even go beyond it because I don't want to break it down.
Thank you.
It would be very shameful for any member of parliament today not to protect the small traders in Yamakema, in Kamukunji, because you want to play politics of Aminyo, I don't know.
Well said, Majority Leader. Thank you. The Honorable Junet.
Chair.
Go ahead.
Chair.
Order, members, order.
Chair, can you protect me? Chair, with your permission, Chair. I really feel, Majority Leader, I really feel the pain the Majority Leader is feeling. Chair, we were in this country, Chair, when small-scale traders' goods worth $1 billion shillings were touched at the river, Mr. Chair. And it is for a fact. I was a friend to Fred Matiang'i. He was a very powerful man. That's the truth. Number two, Chair, it is true that the former regime destroyed goods using the excuse that they don't have certificate of origin, goods over 1 billion shillings, and that has killed people. There people died of depression, people lost their blood.
Honorable members,
that is what this regime
I now
is
put the question that the new clause 41, I put the question that the new clause 41A be now a second time. As one opinion say aye. As one opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now propose the question that the new clause 41A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 41A be part of the bill. As one opinion say aye. As one opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 44A.
New clause 44A. Honorable Chair.
Your lineup needs work. Yeah, it did call me out.
Can you repeat the question?
All right.
Ask the question, how can...
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 44A be now read a second time. Honorable Chair, this amendment is interrelated with the new clause 47A that's coming next to address the challenge of taxpayers using the court process and to pay their outstanding principal taxes.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 44A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 44A be now read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now propose the question, members, that the new clause 44A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 44A be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Next.
New clause 47A.
The new clause 47A was amendment by the Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the new clause 47A be amended as proposed in the order paper. Honorable Speaker, this is in a way interrelated to the clause 45 that we just had a debate on. And the justification for this, Honorable Speaker, this amendment seeks to remedy the abuse by taxpayers who want to evade the payment of taxes using our court processes to avoid payment of their outstanding tax liabilities, and it provides very good safeguards of refund or offset of the amount, so that you do not go to the Court of Appeal or the High Court on frivolous appeals, and if you succeed with your appeal, you will get your full refund of what you had paid to KRA. I beg to move.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 47A be now read a second time. I put the question that the Honorable Mwenje wants to say something on it. Please allow him.
Now, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I think we need to be serious as a House. Because this clause, and I just want to address the Majority Leader on this, this is very easy to defeat in court. Why propose a clause that you know goes against our Constitution? If you look at Article 48, 47, and 50, it will be very easy to defeat this provision. KRA cannot, it is not in the business of refunding. And how many times have you seen KRA refund money? This issue of even offsets, it doesn't happen. So let us be serious. Denying businessmen the chance to have that money to continue trading it in exchange to giving it to KRA that they will be refunded, whether it takes 1, 2, or 5, 10 years. That is the most unfair system that you've ever seen.
Thank you.
And I believe this clause should not go through.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, I stand to oppose this amendment. Chair, this is an affront. It is against the constitution of this country. Because, Mr. Speaker, fair hearing, administrative justice, you are innocent until proven guilty. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, this thing reminds me when Tom Mboya brought a bill to this house to create the one-party state. And when people opposed, he said, what are you fearing? If you have no problem. Chair, this is something that is going to kill the businesses of this country, and we must oppose it as a house. Chair, this one we must oppose.
And honorable members, order, because it's a new clause, I want to give an order, members. I want to give more members on this, but please, I want to plead with you. Please debate the matter on the floor. Don't go on a tangent. Please. The Honorable Nikal.
Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, the simple fact of this amendment is, if a decision has been made against you and you want to appeal, this thing is saying you have to pay first, then you appeal, and that at the time you are appealing, you first of all pay the tax. So in that case, this is actually...
Yes, why don't we wait for the... Honorable Junet, you'll allow Honorable Nikal to make his point.
So, Chair, this is intrinsically wrong. You have appealed, and a decision has been made against you, or you have been taken to the tribunal, a decision has been made against you, or you want to appeal that decision, you are being told you pay first, then you make the appeal. That at the time you are making the appeal, you actually pay. And if then the appeal, you succeed in the appeal, then the tax will be refunded. And then you may choose to use it to offset the tax.
Thank you.
I oppose this one.
Thank you. Honorable Kajuan.
Chair, I have not spoken since this debate began. But members, be careful. You will be the first target of this thing. You will be the first target of this thing. As long as KRA decides that you have not paid, or that you have filed nil returns, or that something is wrong with you, you will be the first one to pay. They will take all your money. They will put Kaluma. Now listen.
Order, members.
Listen to senior lawyer speaking.
Order. There's a member on his feet, and all of you are all up there with your hands up. It's not right. Honorable Kakusha, put your hand down.
Yeah.
Allow the member on his feet to contribute.
Vote for this at your own expense.
Thank you. The Honorable Kirima.
Chairman, what I know is first, I raised a point of information, Chairman, to the minority leader, that whoever brought the law of Chairman, can I be protected? Chairman, I need protection. I need protection, Chairman.
Honorable Kirima, go ahead.
Yes, on point of information first, I want to collect the minority leader that whoever brought the law of one party, it was not Tom Mboya, it was Charles Jonjo.
Honorable Kaluma, take your seat and listen carefully to the person on the floor.
Let the minority leader run that one, so that they cannot misdirect this house again. Secondly, Chairman, on the clause which is before us, we cannot divest the court on its authority, because we cannot gag the court on any law which it wants to make because it has what we call inherent jurisdiction.
Thank you. Honorable Osoro.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, sorry.
But I gave two this side before I gave that side one. You're being unreasonable. And I won't allow you to be unreasonable. I gave three this side. Only one person on that side. Why not? Honorable Osoro, go ahead.
Honorable Chair, when you read this particular amendment, this particular clause clearly, it talks about the tribunal, the High Court, and the Court of Appeal. Honorable Chair, who goes before the tribunal? Even on the face value, it clearly states that it can't be a criminal matter in nature. You don't take a criminal to a tribunal. It is a civil matter that goes before a tribunal, Honorable Chair. Now, anytime a civil matter is before a tribunal, people are compelled in most cases to pay damages to the other party if they lose a case. Now, what this particular clause intends to do is this. If you've gone before a high court in civil matters and then you've been awarded damages, the person who intends to appeal against the damages that have been awarded will be required to pay that damage, or before they appeal, they pay a certain amount of money before they appeal. So this is not about criminals, and it's not against the Constitution, as the Honorable Went is saying.
Member for Nyali.
In any case, you are quoting at
Member for Nyali. Thank you. Member for Nyali. Member for Nyali. Member for Nyali.
Asante sana.
Honorable Kenan, you get a chance to speak on this matter after. Member for Nyali.
Asante sana mheshimiwa. Ningelipenda kusema hivi mheshimiwa. Unajua sheria zingine tukipitisha, wakati mwingine watu wanapitisha sheria kwa sababu wako katika upande ambao unawafaa. Mheshimiwa Spika, hii sheria ikipita, hii ni nchi ya mtu mle mtu. Hii sheria ikipitishwa itakuwa inadhulumu kila mtu. Kibiashara itadhulumu. Kama utakuwa unafanya biashara itadhulumu mtu. Kisiasa, nyinyi hapa ambao mnashabikia hii, kisiasa itatumiwa wakati ambapo Mheshimiwa Spika, tusishabikie ukiritimba, tusishabikie kwa sababu tunataka kushabikia. Tuangalie sheria ambayo italinda kila mmoja wetu. Sisi hatutakuwa wabunge hapa mpaka milele. Kesho utakuwa raia na itatumiwa dhidi yako Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hivyo mambo ya kusema eti KRA ipewe mamlaka na nguvu. KRA tayari inafinya mtu kabisa na kukamua. Ikipewa mamlaka zaidi itaitumia vibaya. Wacha sheria itumiwe vile ambavyo inafaa.
Honorable Kaluma.
Asante.
Honorable Kaluma.
Chair, this is the information we have, that out of any appeal, and we have so many of them from the High Court to the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court, once a person files a notice of appeal, there is an automatic stay. And what has happened is that even very frivolous appeals, monies which are due to the government are being held. We are told this is over 59 billion now on frivolous appeals. What happens in all civil cases is that once you lose in the court of first instance, you will, as a condition of appeal, be required to deposit security. You will. What you are now being told here, it is not a discretion. It is not discretional. What you are being told here is that you will make payment, and after 90 days, if you are successful, you get your money back. Unlike now, what is the problem?
Thank you.
What is
Honorable Kenan?
Let me say there is no breach of the law.
Thank you. Honorable Kenan. And please, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes each, the way you have given everyone else. Go ahead. The chance is Honorable Kenan now.
Chairman, we support, Chairman, we support the government. But we must also be prepared to legislate for posterity. This particular amendment is not only unconstitutional, it's unreasonable, it's untenable, it doesn't apply. We're just applying our minds to a particular scenario. And I want to tell you this, as a person who has been around, tomorrow most of us will be out of power and you'll be the first victim. And therefore I oppose this in totality.
The Honorable Nyamita. What is out of order, Honorable Junet?
Chair, thank you.
Chair, I've listened very keenly to Honorable Kaluma. And Honorable Kaluma is saying the courts normally tell people who have cases to deposit security. It is the courts that decide what securities you put. That is what we want to happen. Chair, I'm proposing this. I want to help the KRA.
Okay, you're
So
already
I'm
debated.
proposing this. We are a legislative house. If we want to help KRA to collect more funds through these cases, we have put a law in place that says that petitions, electoral petitions should be concluded in 6 months. Let us bring a law here that says tax matters should be concluded in court within a year, so that everyone can get a fair hearing. Otherwise, today I am in power, tomorrow I'll be out of it. I don't want to be used against
Approach your counterpart and propose
if
that to him.
Mohamed gets power, what will happen to me?
The Honorable Nyamita. The Honorable Nyamita. Just give him the mic. Any mic around there?
Chair, thank you. I wanted to contribute on this matter, and I rise to vehemently oppose this particular amendment. Chair, I speak as someone who runs a small kiosk, and I've had an experience with KRA. And this is not a matter of Kaluma. This is not a matter of denying government revenue. And I want to urge Kaluma that in as much as we know, I want to urge Kaluma.
This is not order. This is not a Kaluma amendment.
Chair, the experience that we have had with KRA, leave alone when you are seeking refunds. There are many times we have received notification from KRA on wrong taxation. And sometimes they block your account, they stop you from doing business. Small businessmen, this can be actually taken, it can be used against small businessmen. And I tell you, Chair, if you look on the balance, KRA has a higher say.
Honorable Nyamita,
If you compare,
Honorable Nyamita, you have been informed by the Honorable Majority Leader?
No, not yet. Not yet, Majority Leader. Not yet. My leader, I respect you, but I don't want information for now.
I proceed.
I wanted to say, Chair, we oppose this one. If there is a matter that people are actually procrastinating within the court process, this particular House has the opportunity to pass a legislation like my member so as to ensure that it is. But this we oppose in its totality. It will affect all of us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think it is important that we understand what our Constitution says. Under our Constitution, access to justice, the right to appeal, must be exercised and respected without undue regard to technicalities and financial limitations. What this provision implies is that if you do not have the money to pay what has been demanded of you, you cannot appeal. In other words, it is a provision that is taking away the right of appeal from Kenyan citizens.
Thank you very much, Majority Leader. Thank you.